Okay, so let's see if we can practice some rate problems here. So let's take a look. It says, at mid-latitudes, Earth spins 3 miles in 10 seconds. How far does it spin per second? So they want us to make a unit rate. So I'm going to do the 4 square method. This method works for ratios as well as rates. So I'm going to cut it into 4 squares, label what we have. All right, so let's see. 3 miles in 10 seconds. So I'm going to put an M for miles. We'll put a 3, put an S for seconds, put a 10. It says, how far does it spin per second? So that means the 1 second is going to go over here. So how do I get from 10 to 1? I divide by 10. So remember, you have to figure out what you can multiply or divide by. So I can divide, and it goes in evenly. So that means I'm going to divide the top by 10. So 3 divided by 10, you can actually just write it as 3/10 if you want and leave it as a fraction. Or you could do the division if you want. You're going to get a repeating decimal. So you could do that. Actually, not a repeating decimal. You get 0.3. So either one of these is correct. So that means the Earth spins 0.3 miles per second. Okay? So let's try one for you guys. So you're going to do the 4 square method, fill it in, label it. It's telling you which number to change to a 1, and then figure out what you would do to get that. Okay? So let me give you one of these to try. All right, let's see if you can figure this one out. So a piece of space junk travels 5 miles in 8 seconds. How far does it travel per second? So just to get you started here, do your 4 squares, okay, and make sure you label everything on the outside. So we're doing miles, and we're doing seconds. It says 5 miles in 8 seconds. It says how far does it travel per second? So the 1's going to go down by seconds. Now, how do you get from 8 to 1? You're dividing by 8. So do your 5 divided by 8. See if you can fill out the chart. Okay, so pause and finish that one off. You can get a decimal or a fraction answer. Okay, so let's try this problem. We're going to use unit rates to help us solve this problem. So it says a chef buys 6 pounds of salmon fillets for $51. How much will the chef pay for 9 more pounds of salmon fillets? All right, so let's start off with 4 squares. So you always start off with 4 squares, and then you'll see whether you need to end up doing a middleman or not. All right, so let's do pounds. I'll do a P for pounds, dollar symbol for money. So it says he buys 6 pounds of salmon for $51. Okay, how much will the chef pay for 9 pounds? So if I put a 9 here, 6 does not go into 9 evenly. So that tells us we have to do a middleman. So that means I'm going to add one more column and put the 9. That's the desired result that I want at the end here. So if you remember from ratios, if this happens, you take the bigger number, divide it by the smaller number. So I'm going to do 51 divided by 6. I get $8.50. Okay, so that means 1 pound is $8.50. Okay, and now I can use this to solve. I know that 1 pound costs $8.50. 1 times 9 gives me the 9 pounds. So I'm going to multiply my price by 9. So I'm going to do $8.50 times 9. And I get $76.50. So I used a middleman, in this case, the unit rate, to help me solve the final answer. So if 6 can't go into 9, which it can't go in evenly, that's when you do the middleman. So you take the bigger number, divide it by the smaller number. That, in this case, gives you the unit rate. So that means 1 pound costs $8.50, and then you can use that to solve the rest. Okay, so let me give you one to see if you guys can figure this one out. Okay, so I'm going to have you just do part A. It's the same thing. Start off with 4 squares, 6 pounds of shrimp for $39. Then they want to know how much will the chef pay for 11 more pounds. So 6 doesn't go into 11, so you're going to have to do the middleman. So see if you can figure out the unit rate and use it to solve how much for 11 pounds. So just do part A. This is the last one.